Hey everyone, today's video is about checking out these three metallic colors, and this is a gold, this is copper and silver. Let's see what we can achieve with these colors. So stay tuned. Sorry to cut the flow of your video, but this is an announcement post that I run realistic oil painting classes online. So if you wish to learn how to paint high realism without paying too much, then you can contact me on Instagram. So let's continue with the video. Now here you can see that we have three colors, and these are the gold and also with copper, and this is again silver. And there are a few more available, such as iridescent colors, where various shades of blue and stuff that are very shiny, and also bronze. These are also available, but we need to understand that what are the purposes for which we are buying. So my main interest lies in this one and other types of gold pigment, because I might use them in the portraits in the background, just very similar to this kind of a portrait, which is like background is totally gold and the figure is painted as is. And also there is this option of copper kind of a color. This is slight bit more reddish. Maybe if we add a little bit of brown, then we can have a copper like color. And this is again a silver, and silver is something that is very strange, and I haven't seen silver being used in a painting. But since these are available nowadays in oil paint form, we can definitely use them. These are metallic powders that are suspended in oil. So let's see what we can do. Let me just see what are the properties, and if they are shiny enough. It seems they are very shiny. Now I adjusted the camera a little bit, but in this way we will be able to understand how they are behaving. And I think I was using this brush. Yes, so you can see this is very loud and shiny, and this can be used on the frames as well as in the paintings and the highlights of maybe clothing or jewelry, etc. And you can even mix them with these pigments. These are just samples, and this is Indian yellow, crimson permanent, and this is burnt umber. So let's just use some pockets for these paints and see what do we achieve. And we should use black as well in terms of these mixes. Okay, so I have added black as well, and we'll have 4 mixes. And I have seen black painted in the frame, so we can also use them in the paintings as well. But blackish gold is very attractive, so this is something that I know. And here is copper pigment. It's slightly bit runnier, so it's important that you put it into a paper, newspaper or tissue paper, and then scrape it away so that the excess oil is out. So in the beginning it was very difficult to manage. And let's see how do they react to these. And these are all shiny pigments, as you can see, reacting to extreme light. And then we have the silver, and this is very silvery because it's tending to imitate silver. Most of these pigments are not gold, silver, copper. They are just dusts or particles of another mineral, so don't have any false ideas about them. Okay, let's just have another brush to add these colors side by side. And here's your yellow, yellow, and yellow. I don't know how silver is going to react. And here is red. Red and gold should be very good. This red is very powerful, so let's just use it sparingly. So when I'm wiping out these colors, I'm just using linseed oil to wipe them. And this is brown. This should go towards the color bronze, but I'm not aware how are they going to react with the silver and stuff. And here we have the black, and this should be interesting. Here's your black, black, and black. So I'm just keeping it sideways because the flash is impacting slightly, but we need to have this light as well. Now let's see what do we achieve. We are achieving a very beautiful shiny gold color here. And if you take it very close, it's more shiny and warm than this one. This one has a metallic finish, and this one is completely different. So we are getting something very interesting. Okay, let's see what we can achieve with this copper thing. It's not very encouraging, might be useful with another kind of yellow. It's okay. Let's see what do we achieve with the silver. So that is quite interesting. And idea is not to mix them too much, and if we have these irregularities, then they will produce some sort of an interesting effect and the light will reflect more. So I think this is quite interesting, the Indian yellow. So let's check this out. This is a blackish gold, this is I am aware of, and here I'm mixing the copper with black. This is again very interesting, no doubt, but I think these paints do not have that amount of pigment particle. I think the pigment particles or the metallic particles should be more gritty in this. Let's see what happens with the silver. I think this will go very dark. No, eventually the black has gotten vanished completely. This is just slightly darker than this silver. So this is again very interesting, no doubt. Yeah, this is more towards blue, but it's gray. Okay, now let's see what do we have in here. So red with red, it's not very interesting. This copper is surprisingly a bit more reddish. Maybe if we add a bit more yellow to this, then we'll get somewhere which is kind of a coppery, and I've added a little bit of brown as well. The copper thing is not very interesting. I think it would be better to go for a bronze. Let's just wipe this color off the brush. Okay, let's see what this silver does to the red. This silver is actually acting like a pigment. It's turned pink, metallic pink. It's quite an interesting effect, and I thought the silver is of no use, but I think that this can be used in multiple ways, and this can be particularly effective in portraiture and also in the still lifes. Very beautiful. Right, now let's see what does it do with the gold. I think I'm very excited to see this. Oh wow, actually I think you should buy good pigments for this effect, because this is an old last remaining stock of Daniel Smith on Amazon that I bought. Shiny reddish gold, quite amazing. Now let's look at what happens here with this gold color and the brown. We'll get somewhere very close to bronze color. If we add a little bit of black, maybe it can turn into a very effective bronze. Yeah, this is amazing. This gold color is proving to be more effective, and the silver as well. The copper, I am not happy with it. This is just dull. Let's see if I add a bit more pigment. I think it's too fine compared to the others. Others are providing more results. This copper pigment is not effective, so don't buy it. So this is the one that I bought from Camlin. Not effective. So let's see what happens with the silver. If we get a brownish silver or a silvery brown, because burnt umber tends to become a little bit grayish, so I think it should complement in a way, but it's not a very striking kind of an effect. It's just okay. Idea is to use these metallic colors on their own, but you can get some striking effect like that. So I think you must try and try different ideas so that we can achieve something. Don't be afraid to try out something very different in painting that expands the horizon as an artist. So I hope you like this little experiment that we did, and how we can use these metallic colors apart from using them on their own. And you can see there are quite a few effective ways of doing it, especially for the silver as well as the gold. No doubt they're quite famous. Even you can use copper or bronze colors. And if I just get rid of this brush mark, and let's see what we can have. Just trying out a few more ideas. So even I am evening out the strokes, it is also giving us very good effects. Yeah, and this one is like green gold. Yes, it may not look like green, but it's looking in real life it's green, no problem. And this copper hasn't been that effective, but I think if you buy another manufacturer, maybe of a higher level, then I think you might get something very interesting out of these. So I hope you like this little experiment with metallic colors. So if you have any queries, then do let me know. And if you like this video, then please click the like button and also subscribe if you wish to, and remember to click the bell icon. So I thank you for your time and take care.